Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Skyler Gonzalez. Welcome back, Northside Talks, episode 16. Joined with my guys, Milan and Emmanuel. How you guys doing today?
Good, vacation time. I'm on vacation time, so you guys know what that means. I'm litty, but we're here.
Got a lot to talk about. Across the world of sports today. Obviously, let's kick it off with basketball, get into a little bit of UFC. Obviously, the UFC 313 just happened last night, and then maybe we'll end it off with a little bit of footy talks. But just because we're already on the topic of conversation, we're talking about who's coming out the West, who's coming out the East. I already said I have Boston coming out the East. I feel like they're just a safer bet. Milan's obviously saying Denver. I can't be mad at it. You know what I mean? I think they're second now. I think they edged out the Lakers right now for the second seed in the West. I know the Lakers had that for the last week or so or something like that. OKC's obviously still stopped.
Like 3-4 days.
Like a week in basketball terms. You know what I'm saying?
A week
In basketball terms.
This guy's hating, bro. You're hating on Luka? Come on, man. Let's see.
But yeah, how do you guys think that's gonna go out in the playoffs? Because I think the Cavs are the only team right now that have clinched a playoff spot. Boston still looks good. Obviously, Boston's probably. Yeah. We kind of got into it like in the group chat over the last week or so. Boston and Cleveland, yada yada yada, whatever. So I am kind of contradicting myself because I was arguing in favor for Cleveland when we were in the group chat, but I was more so saying that just to get a rise out of people. Yeah. But yeah, no. How do you guys think that stuff's all gonna go? Because obviously, Boston's looking. I mean, what was it last few games ago? Derek White and Payne Pritchard both dropped 40.
That was the one. That was the one that let me know that.
That's what time I was like, oh.
When that's like your sixth and seventh option.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was like, oh shoot, what the heck?
It's different over there, fam.
Even the Lakers last night with them, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they got smacked, fam. That was bad.
Yeah,
that was bad.
It was. Well, I don't want to say they got smacked, but
fam, they were losing by 20 at one point, fam. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're a scary team to look at. Like considering a 7-game series, bro. That's why I'm not putting that much weight into Cleveland being the 1 seed for most of the season because it's like, bro, 7 games. You can get 1 game. You can get a few games out of Tatum, games out of Jaylen Brown, and then if your quote unquote role players are gonna step up like that, I'm not expecting.
And Derek White too.
Yeah, Derek White, Drew Holiday still got. Is Porzingis? He's injured, right?
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, he's just hurt, fam. But I be feeling like they be like playing these games, fam. Yeah, but they be like, yo, go sit down for a bit. You're kind of hurt.
Go take a rest. Yeah.
How you hurt and you come back the next game, you play like 38 minutes, fam. I'm like, yo, there's no, like they kind of preserve it. Joe Mazzulla, he's different, fam. I like that coach. Bro.
NBA, bro.
Yeah, he's weird, but I like him. He's weird though, but
they're a deep team.
But the thing is, bro, like Boston is as is, right? Cleveland, bro. I saw the Knicks without Cat slap up Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I really gonna take Cleveland seriously? Like, what's changed from last year to this year? What's really changed?
Coach?
They didn't really change the team at all, bro.
My thing with
I like DeAndre Hunter. Granted, I'll give DeAndre Hunter, but like realistically, that wing piece isn't like where they were getting cooked on defensively. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Jared Allen didn't show up. Evan Mobley didn't show up. The only person who showed up in the playoffs was Donovan Mitchell. Like literally the only person.
Yeah, but that's my problem. I feel like, especially when you compare and contrast with Boston, I feel like Cleveland doesn't have that depth to them where it's like you'll notice how big of a difference it is if Donovan Mitchell doesn't have a good game or one of those targets doesn't have a good game. Boston has layers to it, bro, where it's like,
Jason Tatum can literally sit out.
That's what I mean. And then you have firepower coming off the bench or guys that can, go and handle their business. Why are you laughing at me? You act like that didn't happen last year, bro.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like this guy's sliding Jason Tatum, fam. But at the same time, I feel like Cleveland has had games with Donovan Mitchell. I think that's why they got DeAndre Hunter, right? To have like another kind of surefire power guy that if all else is not working, we can plug in this guy and he's gonna get some type of buckets.
Yeah, but is DeAndre Hunter the guy you want to rely on for that? Like,
he's a good 3 and D piece, bro. But like realistically,
now go ahead, Milan.
No, it's just like realistically, like that matchup against the Knicks, for example, is Josh Hart. Like what your role is for either of those teams, I don't think he's gonna out rebound Josh Hart. Like Josh Hart is still gonna do his side on the block. I still think the Knicks win that in 5, maybe 6.
Mm.
I feel like this year is gonna be big on matchups, bro. It's about who you're facing. I feel like the Lakers could get to the finals if they face certain type of teams, you know. But with Cleveland, I just feel like another year helps. I feel like Darius Garland was an All-Star this year. I feel like Evan Mobley might be the Defensive Player of the Year. Like, yeah, they didn't perform last year, but it also takes time, you know. I feel like this could be a good building, and they have a new coach. I feel like that's doing better than the last one. So it's like, and fam, because there was a lot of rumbles of Donovan Mitchell actually leaving, but then he kind of signed the deal and he was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna stay here. I feel like he's seen something that, yo, there's kind of a shift going on. So I'm not counting Cleveland out. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like, bro, it's too hard to win these many games. Like, I get it. We kind of have like, okay, Atlanta did it. They didn't do anything. Like, they were facing Brown. And we know the Celtics are probably still gonna win this year. But I feel like Cleveland is not gonna go down without a fight, bro. Even if it's the Knicks. I feel like they're not gonna go out like
Would
that.
you take
You know?
Boston over any of those three teams in the West, like Denver, OKC? If it could be
Yeah,
LA, would you take Boston over all three of those teams? Because
fam. I think you have to, fam. Cause they're the defending champs, and I feel like this year, Jason Tatum, fam, I feel like these playoffs, he's gonna be like, yo, and I hope that doesn't get to his head where it messes up everything. But I think he's gonna be looking out for blood, fam. And I feel like Jalen Brown is so consistent. Derek White he's playing like a star now. Like, I used to hate Derek White. I used to like this because I thought he was so like, fam, like, who is this guy? But he's so consistent. And Peyton Pritchard, fam, 6 man of the year. And I haven't even mentioned KP Andrew Holiday, fam. Nah, that's too deep, fam. It's too deep. But I feel like OKC this year, I'm gonna be real. I think they're coming out of the West. OKC, I feel like this is the year. I feel like SGA is gonna be like, yo, it's my shit now. All you talkers like Milan, I'll see you in the playoffs. I'll see you in the playoffs.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't want to go as far as saying like I have OKC coming out of the West, but I think OKC matches up the best with Boston because OKC is another team that's got
Yeah,
layers to it. You know what I mean? They're very deep. It's not just Shea. You have J Dub over there that can give you 20, even 30 on any given night. Chet's over there still. You have guys coming out the back, Isaiah Joe, all these different guys that can still put up
Lou
service
Dort.
women. Yeah, Lou
Chet's had a
Dort.
rough year, though, bro. Chet's
Who,
had a
Isaiah
super rough
Joe?
year.
Oh, Chet.
Chet's been injured, and when
He's
he's
been
back, he's very
injured.
like,
He got
you
off
know.
to a
Yeah,
crazy start
Yeah,
to the
but so did
season.
Paolo, and Paolo's been like they've been losing games since Paolo
Yeah,
came back. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Paulo
Chero,
who? Ben?
Chero.
Nah, fam.
Bro,
No, 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 no. No,
this
no,
year
no,
they're
Milan.
No,
I'm
but
not
that's a
gonna let you
serious
say
injury
that.
under
that Paulo had,
500 when
bro.
he plays. Unfortunately, since he got
Yes,
back,
but
bro, I
fam,
love
nah,
Paolo.
fam. I'm not gonna let you say that, fam. If you've been watching, because I feel like I've watched for the
Every game
past
they
two
lose by
weeks.
like a game winner. I agree, but they lose. They're not getting the win. Is what I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
no, no, I
I
don't
think the
think
team plays better with Paolo on the court. Don't get it twisted, but they're not winning games.
I feel like that's when France and Paulo are playing together. Because I feel like France don't be performing. Like last game, he had under 10 points, fam. And he's supposed to be their second guy. I'm telling you, in most games that they lose, if you go look at it, France had a bad game. I feel like him and Paulo, like they were better when one plays and the other. Man, Paulo's killing too much for me to come here. Yo, come on, man. The man
No,
got
I
like
love Paolo,
40.
bro. I love Paolo.
It's too different,
Fact
fam.
Packers, they're not winning
Nah.
games. Well, since he's been back, am I wrong? Skyler, pull up the stats, bro. Like,
I'm
Yeah, I gotta see the
they don't win
stats,
games.
I'm
fam.
looking at the
Damn.
box scores for Franz.
They're also missing Jalen Suggs, and that's a big piece, bro. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, he went down
That's
with
true,
what?
but
Isn't he
Like
done
when
for
Cole
like the
Anthony's gonna start,
season? Yeah, he's
Cole
done for the
Anthony starting
season.
at point guard is like Jackson Hayes starting at the 5 for the
yeah,
Lakers. Like,
but
don't
nah,
get it
fam, you can't.
serious.
Yo, Cole Anthony's good, fam. No,
No, he's
no,
not.
Milan.
No, he's
You're
not.
going crazy, Milan. He had like 18 and 9 last game. He was
Bro,
balling,
he's on my
fam.
fantasy. I
You
promise you he didn't. I
okay,
promise you
but
he
you gotta
didn't.
watch these games. What did he get, Skyler, fam? What did he
I
get?
think who Cole
Cole
Anthony.
Anthony, fam.
Hold
Yeah.
on. In the last few games, Cole Anthony. No, I mean he's been serviceable, bro. Last game he had 22 and 9, good efficiency, 24 and 3. He's been cool. I think,
24 and 3. Come
but
on, fam.
bringing it
Like,
back to like Franz and Paolo, to me, like not that I've watched every Magic game, but I think Emmanuel said this like earlier on in the season when Paolo initially went down, is like okay, now it's Franz's team because Franz is good enough to lead that team. I feel like because I don't know how many games Paulo missed, but he had like it was a pretty serious injury, like some oblique thing or whatever it was.
After season,
Yeah, he was out for a while, and in that time, obviously Franz is the go-to guy. I feel like now that Paulo's back, it's kind of like Franz is out here, like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm still here. You know what I mean? And it's
Franz got the same injury too.
And then friends got hurt too. So
did he?
I promise you,
He just got back quicker.
if you look at that same like box score that you're looking at, Friends had a terrible game, fam. He hasn't been himself recently, but like Milan just said, he's coming back from an injury, you know.
So this
So
is
I
the thing,
think
though.
that kind of
I think it goes towards both of them needing to figure out, okay, how are we gonna work out the whole 1A 1B thing? How Boston has it with Tatum and Brown, because for both of them, it's you want the shot, but I can make this shot right now. You know what I mean? So I don't really need to defer if you're Franz part, because I feel like people naturally expect Franz to defer, obviously, because Paulo was the number 1 overall pick, yada, yada, yada. So he's just naturally the leader of that team.
yeah, he is, fam.
Yeah. So I feel like
And
really
he's a
just
better
need to
player,
figure
fam.
out Paulo, more well-rounded player. Yeah.
Come on, by far.
Paulo,
Paulo's legit.
Yeah.
Paulo is baby.
Yeah, Paulo.
They're not winning games, and that's what's breaking my heart. They're not winning games when he's on the court. Since he's been back from the injury, they're not winning games.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as
No,
like
no,
Chet,
no.
bro.
I
Chet's
disagree with
obviously
that.
the best big they have because Hardenstein's been okay when he's been playing for OKC. He's been very, very like that was a perfect acquisition for like that backup big for them because that was what every time we've been seeing them play. Like they're missing a big, they're missing a 5. J-Dub's got to play the 5. Like that was the issue, right?
Yeah.
But he started off so hot, and now he's back, and he's not playing the best when he's there, and then he's injured again. And that's we said that with Wemby, that when you're so tall and so lanky, high chances you'll get injured. And we said the same thing about Chet when he was coming into the league, right? Now, hopefully, this is just a one-off season. It's not going to continue, but it's not looking good, bro.
Chet's a weird one to me though, because like in comparison to Wemby and how we were saying that with Wemby, it's kind of like, yeah, you say it about Wemby because he's 7'4", but also Wemby, I think, as far as 7-footers go, he's very, and he's young still. Like he has his frame already. Chet looks very like awkward to me still when he's moving. Like he's still very skinny. He doesn't have as much muscle on him to where inside he might get a little moved around. Whereas Wemby came in, he's like he's got a solid frame on him. He's like what 20, not even 20, 19 years old, however old Wemby is. But yeah, I don't know. Injuries are injuries. But speaking of injuries, we were talking about it a little bit before. Braun goes down with a groin injury. He's supposed to be out for 1 to 2 weeks ish. They might have to reevaluate that, something like that. Yeah, you're saying it's a good thing. Holy. You're saying it's a good thing.
LeBron fan too is crazy.
I know from a LeBron's fan is nuts.
Yeah, I think he wanted to have a break. I think he wanted to have a break.
Yeah.
No Brown, no problem.
All right, explain why. Because Luka, you put a stake in Luka.
Yeah, Luka came in. They're saying, let's give him the keys. Let's really give him the keys, fam.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does with a squad where he could get more acquiesced with the squad, and you know what? I think this in the long run will be good for the Lakers because maybe when he's playing with Brown, not saying that he's overthinking because I feel like their chemistry is actually really good, but I feel like now without Brown out of the way, you can get to know everybody else because I feel like when you're playing with Brown, you're kind of trying to learn a lot from him. You're talking to him. You're trying to get it right. But now he could chill and gel with the rest of the team. And I think in the long run, that's going to help them because Brown already knows the team. So when he comes back, we're good. I think it's good.
Do you think that translate team success wise? Like, do you think the team is actually good enough? Or like, I understand what you're saying. With
listen, they might not win the most games, but
that's
as long as they don't.
That's what I'm saying.
As long as they don't get out of the playoff shit, then we're good. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying.
Just hang on.
I think it's great for LA for the future because now you get to see Luka be the true number 1 and not have to worry about handing the ball off to whoever else like LeBron where he's going to dictate his play. But chemistry-wise, it's crazy because I remember even I was saying it and everything. I think everyone was more concerned about how Luka and Brown were going to look because they're playing stylistically.
Somehow it's been so much better than everyone expected.
Yeah, stylistically they're very similar. I think that's the main part. I think the main thing that I think a lot of people kind of push to the back of their mind because it never really happened with AD is like Bron's been screaming for somebody to come and take the torch and lead a team and take that load away from LeBron. Now he finally has that with Luka, where he can actually be somewhat of an off-ball player. He doesn't have to worry about what's going on in every single play because Luka's there and he's smart enough. So I think that's one thing that people kind of just disregarded and didn't necessarily factor in when they did bring in Luka. That now, okay, you're actually going to give LeBron what he's been asking for however long, and is a real superstar that can dictate the play. And yeah, Bron, go sit down for a little bit, go rest yourself, and let me go handle business. You know what I mean?
The more I think about it, bro, I feel like Bron really wants his partner to always be a guard. If you really deep, he's of course not to say he wasn't happy when he got Anthony Davis. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But bro, do you remember when Brooklyn was gonna trade Kyrie? Before he went to the Mavs, how much the Lakers were pursuing him?
Yeah. Oh, that was with the tweet, bro. Maybe it's
really
me.
wants his 1B to be a guard. He really wants that.
Yeah.
Or he just might like Kyrie a lot. Or he might just like Kyrie a lot.
No, but stylistically,
of course. But that fit is what he wants. He would remember when he said what he said about Dame Lillard. He goes, "You think Dame Lillard's underappreciated? Give me Dame Lillard, and I'll show you how underappreciated."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wants a guard. He wants someone that can take the ball, facilitate the plays, shoot. He wants that. Of course he's hot. You're not gonna say, bro, when someone gives you Anthony Davis, peak of his powers, you're not gonna say no. But I feel like he was very, very he's not showing it, but he was very, very happy. And bro, real fast, y'all seen the LeBron Stephen A thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. I didn't like that, bro.
Me neither. Honestly, Stephen A, bro,
I like LeBron, but I didn't like that, fam.
Oh, you didn't like what? You didn't like
LeBron did?
You don't like LeBron?
I didn't like how LeBron approached it, fam. And I don't like how Stephen A just cowered down to him. I feel like LeBron's very powerful, fam. I'm not gonna lie. Because the way Stephen A, fam, let's be honest, fam. What Stephen A said, the whole world is saying it, fam. Let's keep it real, fam. It's not just Stephen A saying it.
Yeah, but I think my thing is bro, what do you expect? The man has been all family his entire career. Now he has his son in the NBA where, he's actually in a spot in the spotlight, essentially. And people are going out talking bad about his son that was drafted 55th overall. You expect Bron to just be whatever.
There's 3 players drafted after him.
Yeah.
And they're not even putting up more than 5 a game in the G League. And Bronny's got 21 a game in the G League.
Yeah, 22-5-5.
That's true, but this is the same LeBron that said that Bronny was better than half of the league. Not the G League, my nigga. Not the G League, my nigga. He says half of the league. Fam.
That's different. But I don't expect Bron to do anything different than what he did. I have more of a problem with what Stephen A did because he's in your face. The thing that pissed me off is he's in your face. People are filming it regardless. So don't go on First Take the next morning and say, "Oh, I didn't want to have a whole confrontation because there's camera." There was already cameras, bro. You could have just talked. That's what I mean.
But I think he's right, fam. No, fam, you can't, fam. When a father comes to you to talk about his kid, and their whole arena, because think about it. Yeah. If they fight right there, fam, Bron is Bron, fam.
No, but
Bron gets paid too much.
You don't fight. You look at LeBron and say, "You're right, my bad." Because that's essentially what he ended up saying on First Take. That's essentially what he did on First Take. But don't put it on First Take. Why are you trying to milk the whole thing to get views? There's no need to do any of that.
But that's what I'm saying, Brisky. Yeah. Brisky, but first of all, when it came to the Bron conversation, it wasn't a conversation. Bron didn't give Stephen A the time to say anything. As soon as he's done saying what he said, he just cut. Fam, Stephen A came on ESPN saying, "I didn't want to address this, but I got executives calling me. It went viral, so now everybody, fam." I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Stephen A wanted to do it. Did you see Stephen A? I've never seen Stephen A.
If he didn't want to do it, he wouldn't have gone up on his own podcast and readdressed it all over again. Then
no, because it's already out now. He might as well, Brusky. This guy
because of him, gang. That's what I'm saying.
No, but now that it's done, it's done. I might as well get my own coins off of it. This is a viral moment now.
That's the problem.
He said, "Fam, nah, I don't think because Bron knew it was televised, so Bron knew they were gonna talk about it. I think that's why Bron did it. There was a way to do this that nobody else would know. So if now Bron is doing this in a public matter and embarrassing you, I think you have the right to use that how you want to use it.
If I go and confront you,
when it's your kid being talked about, you just
Milan, that was not embarrassing, fam.
It's
What do you mean?
embarrassing because you're running your mouth on TV and now you get pressed for it. You don't say
Nah,
it.
fam.
You made it
It's
embarrassing.
embarrassing because he got
You know what I
pressed.
mean? Like,
Yeah,
He
like,
got pressed, but that's why it's embarrassing. Risky, I don't think that's fair because Stephen A is not the whole nigga. I said that on this podcast. I said the same shit. It's not Bronny. Like, I think Bron coming up, Bron knowing who he is, coming up with security and all that. Like, I think that was whack, fam. Like, holla
no,
at
but
him, but
Jordan did it
don't try to
literally
make.
10, 20 years ago.
I
Jordan
don't care
pulled up
about
on him
Jordan,
with
nigga.
an SUV.
I
Told him,
hate Jordan. Yeah, but see, that's even different, because Jordan is doing that and Jordan is telling him something that he wants Stephen A to say to the world. Because at that time, they would talk about LeBron Jordan. He's like, bro, I got six, nigga. Six, nigga.
My
So he
problem
wanted Stephen A to go and say that. But Brown, fam, nah, that was,
my
I
problem
don't like that shit,
with
fam.
it, I hear what you're saying in terms of, yeah, there was better ways to do it. And to his point, like to your point, Stephen A did say, oh, there's ways you can contact me, like, oh, Rich Paul has my number, Mav Carter has my number, you could have reached out, yada, 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 whatever. I
They
agree
have
with
before,
that.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. Cool. But given the fact that this is the route LeBron decided to take, which is I'm not gonna make a big scene. Obviously, I am LeBron James, so there's gonna be cameras
Big
regardless.
scene.
But
Yeah, there's
no,
not making a big scene,
no. But
fam.
if LeBron going up, he didn't. It wasn't like LeBron was all theatrical. Didn't go start doing this, pointing on his chest. He was just staring. He was looking at him, staring at him, and speaking firmly. That's all he did. And given the fact that that's the route that he decided to take, for Stephen A to go on live television the next morning and say, "Oh, this is what happened," whatever. Now you're bigging up the whole thing. It was so easy for Stephen A. You could have gone the first take the next morning. Everyone's concerned about what me and LeBron had to talk about. Oh, whatever. We were just catching up over this, that, and third. Lie. Why do people have to know what you guys are getting up to?
Brother,
There's no point.
LeBron was not singing him happy birthday, my guy.
That's the whole, yeah.
LeBron
You
didn't
could have
go
said
there to have
whatever.
a conversation.
You could have said
Skyler,
whatever.
My problem with what you're saying is you're making it sound like LeBron went over there and be like, yo, you're saying this to my kid. Can you please stop? Can we talk about this? That's not how Brown went, fam. Brown said, yo, keep my kid out of your fucking mouth. And he walked off.
I don't care
fam.
about the tone in which you're speaking. Just whatever the message is the message. I don't care about the tone.
Theatrics. You just said he didn't have theatrics. He
That's
did.
not theatrical. Can you hear what he's saying in that camera? No, you can't.
Yes,
no,
could
you
tell.
can hear it. What are you, Superman? What do you have? Supersonic hearing?
It's not me yelling at one another this time. Usually it's always me going losing my mind.
Yo, Milan, fam, was it easy enough to tell or not, fam? They made videos about like what he was saying, fam. Bro, how many times do you see an
Video I
NBA
seen
player?
was LeBron calling me going, just stop talking about my kid.
Yeah.
Fam, this is the third game. This is the third quarter, fam. How many times do you see an NBA player leave the bench with a bunch of people to go address someone? This is a scene regardless. I think LeBron intended it. I think LeBron wanted Stephen A to go viral by getting pressed, and it went viral before Stephen A even addressed it, fam. There's nothing he could do.
It went viral.
Brown made him viral.
Yeah, it went viral before Stephen A addressed it. And then Stephen A addressed it on live television with millions of people actually in the conversation now, and now it's bigger.
Skyler, I gotta pay my bills. You put me in this predicament.
Stephen A does not need that to pay his bills. He does not need that to pay his bills. Stop it. That man is a millionaire off contracts already.
If we go to their YouTube right now and we look at all the clips, do you want to bet which one has the most views?
And that one, I promise you, he's good without that clip. I promise you.
Are you guys serious? He said
Yes.
executives messaged him that he needed to address this, fam. You guys don't
care.
understand that. Fam, ESPN, okay, you don't care, but you're not Stephen A. You don't get paid by these people.
That's the problem.
The people,
Listen.
what?
If it was one of us three, I understand posting it. Because, yeah, I have bills to pay. Stephen A's a millionaire. He's fine.
It's not about that.
That's what you said.
Ratings, but this is about ratings. Like, bro, we want more people. Why do you think they always talk about the Lakers and the Warriors? That's the same thing Chuck was saying. So now it's about LeBron, the biggest. We've never seen LeBron do this before on camera. This is literally a moment, fam. Why would they not capitalize on that when Brown is the one that initiated the moment? Once you initiate that moment and you create that, fam, I'm gonna monetize it too, nigga.
This is the whole. This is the whole problem with the whole. This is what LeBron was talking about a few weeks ago about how the coverage in the NBA is so negative and this, that, and the third. First of all, a lot of analysts don't do any analyzing no more. You're just talking about people and the play.
Gossiping, bro.
It's
Yo,
gossip.
Skyler, fam.
Tell me
Okay,
I'm
but in
wrong.
this
Who's the
situation,
when was the last time you seen Stephen A. He analyzed something with a tweet because he felt bad talking about KD's 3 the other night that Devin Booker found him on off an inbound pass or something like that. That was the first time I seen Stephen A. analyze anything.
If
you're
like,
not wrong,
there's no way Stephen A. Smith is like a genuine resource for like good for like basketball knowledge.
That's not what you're doing, bro.
For entertainment. And I agree
It's
with you. Yes, the show must go on, bro. You should capitalize on when you have opportunities like this. But bro, like Braun was still right with what he said, bro.
I'm not saying he wasn't though. But what I'm saying is with Skyler, like, yes, the media does, but like, fam, that comes to a different discussion that I don't even want to have. But that comes to a world thing, fam. People like negativity, bro. At the end of the day, if the media broke down the X and the O's, nobody would watch it, you know? So they're not incentivized to do that. But in this Brown situation, you're talking about negative. I think LeBron did the most negative thing. He initiated this big old thing. Like, fam, I think Stephen A started it by being negative, but I don't think Stephen A was personal with Bronny, fam. I think Stephen A said everything everybody's been saying.
My problem is the whole prior to Stephen A addressing it. Yeah, you see what you see on video, which is LeBron comes up and he's firmly talking to Stephen A. He's not pointing in his chest. He's not. You know when LeBron gets mad, he's not like his head's not bobbing like this when he's enunciating words and this, that, and the third. He's talking to Stephen A. Let people's imagination run. Let people assume whatever you guys want to talk about. Because what does it matter?
Already read that though.
Come on, fam.
Okay, then let them do it. Then let them do it. But as
you.
Stephen A, don't go and give it context and don't get into a whole shebang of what's going on. There's no point. There's no
Bro, you're
need.
getting dragged online. You were bitch.
He gets
LeBron
dragged
stepped out
online
there and
every
walked
day
up.
anyways.
But not by LeBron James.
Like
LeBron
Kevin
doesn't
Durant,
drag
it doesn't matter, bro. You get dragged anyways.
KD's
Don't act
not
like this
LeBron,
is,
fam.
don't act like this is the
KD's
first
not
time
LeBron.
people were a little questioned about what Stephen A does, bro. Like, let's not act like that.
No, fam, Skyler. Kevin Durant has never seen Stephen A. Look to his right, look back, look again, stand up with a bunch of guys, go in his face, talk to him. Not a conversation, fam. I'm talking to you like this. Like
He's not
this,
talking
and
to
I'm
him like that, though.
not
He's
leaving.
gonna get jumped in the middle, like courtside at the
Oh, he
Lakers.
wasn't. But, fam,
You know?
Sorry.
we could all tell that the conversation wasn't positive.
Yeah,
Sure, but
that's
get
fine.
proud of him. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't like he wasn't.
Fam, he was mad, fam. He was mad. LeBron was mad. You could tell LeBron was mad, fam.
Yeah,
You
that's
could tell he was
cool.
mad.
That's cool. Let him be mad. You don't have to go and address the whole freaking thing on national television.
What? Yes, I do.
Bronny's like
Fam, if I work in an entertainment,
But you don't. You work in a sports media industry.
fam,
It's
you're
tong
wrong.
entertainment
No,
because
no,
of
you're
you.
wrong.
It's turned
You're wrong.
entertainment.
Come on,
As
fam.
in, what's ESPN?
Skyler, you can't say that, fam. Come on, fam.
ESPN.
Now you're being
So
disingenuous,
ESPN's
fam.
a sport. Is it a sports network or entertainment network?
I agree with you,
It's
Skyler.
both,
But
fam.
North American sports is not like
It turned
Yeah, it's
into
not
that.
like that, fam.
It turned
North
into
American's
that.
been- no, it's not.
No,
North
it's
American.
been like that, fam. Come on, fam.
When you
That
think
is
of broadcasters today, sports broadcasters, who's the number one guy you think of?
Bro, like literally,
Stephen A.
Michael
Smith.
Stephen A. Smith.
Michael Richards, bro.
Okay, that's a
Stephen A.
whole
Smith.
different thing because that's over. That's across the pond. That's
Michael
across the
Richards
pond.
himself. He's
That's a
an
different thing.
entertainer too. That's another thing.
Sure,
But it's actual analysis, though.
it's
Yes,
just
but fam, without the entertainment, they wouldn't be as big as they are. I guarantee you that.
that's a different conversation that you want to get
But that's
into.
the game they're playing
But
in.
that's
That's
not
the
the-
game we're playing in. Because the
So-
more views, the more money. Fam,
I
we're
get
trying to
it.
make money here.
What I'm
fam.
saying is ESPN is not an entertainment. Like it's not in the entertainment industry by default.
rebranded. In my opinion,
Now
bro,
it
I
is because of Stephen A.
Fam.
You said that
Yeah.
yourself.
Yes,
When
and
I just
Stephen
said
A. Yes,
who's the
Stephen
number
A.
one
helped,
broadcaster,
yes.
yeah, that's why they are now in this little
Yeah.
situation. So it's because of him. It's not
forced.
that.
Okay, wait, time out. Because
Bro,
we're
this is
not
what
gonna
we studied. This is what we all studied.
Yeah,
we're not gonna say like it's because of him.
It
Like
is,
he did something wrong here, fam.
I
It's
didn't say
because of
that.
him, yeah. But what I'm saying is it is because of him. But he turned this whole thing, fam. You know how many Stephen A's came out, fam? People started speaking more like him because why, fam? This is what the higher ups want. We want people to watch, we want people to be entertained, and we want to make money. We don't care about what Stephen A has with LeBron. This is a viral moment for
understand.
all of us. We could all eat.
No, but what did suck though, bro, is when he had actual analysis and JJ Redick pull up, he started.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't know what you're talking about.
And this is the
All of a
problem.
sudden, JJ Redick's never on ESPN again. You know what I mean?
Yes, but fam, you can nitpick, but I feel like fam, this formula has been winning. They've been the number one show for that category for a long time. Like,
Okay.
come on, fam, we gotta give him more credit than that.
Perfect. They've been the number one show for a very long time. So if
Why?
you don't address this, what, you're not going to be the number one show no more?
But Skyler, why have they been the number one?
Yeah, I understand. It's
Goes back to the
entertainment.
words you just said.
It's entertainment.
Thank you.
Were you
This
okay?
is the biggest moment.
Were you
This is the biggest moment they're gonna get.
Were you entertained by that conversation, or were you just trying to be nosy and know what LeBron's saying? Because I've seen Stephen A. be entertaining. That whole little skit he does in the NFL every time the Cowboys lose, that's entertainment. Stuff that's gonna make people laugh. But when you're coming up here, I really didn't want to have to address this today, but like that's not entertaining. That's just you having to disclose a whole situation that happened. No one's listening to that and laughing.
Skyler, all we saw was LeBron yelling at that nigga.
Didn't yell at him. We must have seen two different videos. We must have seen two different videos.
Didn't yell at him?
No.
Fam, let's pull, can we pull it up? Man? Y'all tweaking.
It'll be up on the podcast. You've seen a different video. Because the man did not raise his voice. The man,
I seen the full video.
He didn't speak any louder than what we're speaking right now.
You want to be able to hear me right now.
All right, listen, look, that's yelling. He's yelling at him, gang.
Look.
He's yelling at him.
Fam, look, he's bobbing his head though. You just said he didn't move his head. He was moving.
He's not yelling at him.
Yes or no, fam? Look, he's moving his head right now. He's moving his head.
Okay, my fault. I didn't mean he was a little freaking robot that was just standing like this.
What
the frick are you doing?
Come on, nah, you gotta admit it. You're talking about theatrics. There was theatrics.
It's not theatrics.
Fam, and the thing is, everybody wanted to hear Stephen A's perspective. That's what we're talking about entertainment. People wanting to watch is still fam, when I seen that video come on my timeline, that's the first video I clicked. I want to hear what he was feeling when those spitballs were hitting his face, fam. Rick was talking to him like he was fucking, I don't know, fam, like a child or something.
I think it also just makes Stephen A look worse though. Because he was just there standing there. Not saying nothing. You like to run your mouth on TV, and now the guy's in front of you, and now it's...
But let's be honest, Skyler. Let's be honest, Skyler. Even when he went back on TV, he wasn't running his mouth anymore.
No, but that's what Stephen A is. Like, let's be honest. Stephen A runs his mouth on TV.
Yeah, but after that, even about that altercation, though, he didn't go and run his mouth.
Yeah, because he's trying to keep it seriously, because he doesn't want to piss off whoever he's trying to piss off.
And he goes, you don't want to make an enemy out of me, Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
I think KD, fam, and LeBron, I don't think you guys get it, fam.
No,
it's a different level of power, fam. It's a different level of power. Sure, and once your executives call you, the people that sign your check and tell you, yeah, bro, you got to address this, you're going to make sure you don't piss off LeBron even more, fam. You're going to go over there and be apologetic and say, yo, you know what? That was a dad that came up to me, a father.
Why would that be if you're all entertainment, why would that be what you're trying to do? Why would you not try to piss off LeBron more? That's just gonna make more headlines, gang. That's more entertainment. What are you talking about?
That's gonna get you clips, fam.
That's more entertainment.
What?
That's what your whole argument is. That's how he's gonna be more entertaining.
No, but Skyler, you're missing it, fam. I just said entertainment doesn't have to be, fam. Me wanting to watch something.
Are they entertaining or not? Do you want to be entertained or not? I'm confused now, gang.
But you do, because fam, you wanting to listen to what Stephen A has to say, no matter what he says, because of the context of the situation that we've already heard what LeBron wants to say, you're entertained, brother. You're missing it, fam.
I agree. And to your
point, you don't have to do the theatrics anymore.
And to your point, why? If I can get more clips, why can't I get more clips to be more entertaining?
Because the people are already listening. Now I could just
not listening no more. It's done.
Out of everybody in the league, you want to piss off LeBron? He said it himself. He doesn't want smoke.
Well, if they're on about what you're saying and want entertainment and want people to view it and yada yada yada, then yeah, what are we talking about? Piss them off more, get more clips.
That's not how, fam. Stephen A. still.
So now you don't want to piss people off.
No, because Skyler, you just seen him with LeBron in his face, fam. He wasn't gonna do that. I think Stephen A. actually kind of understood where LeBron was coming from, fam. So I don't think he was gonna, because he's a dad too. He's not gonna be there and be like, yo, fuck that dad for standing up for his kid. That doesn't make no sense. He has daughters at home.
Listen, I love how Stephen A. is on TV, but he's done a lot of things that don't make sense, gang.
See, that's the problem. They talk about TV. I'm talking about his real life now. This is about family.
Okay, real life. He's done some stuff on TV that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but you don't joke around family. That's what I'm saying. You don't joke about family, fam. There's no jokes when it comes to
You
family.
also
You're
don't
gonna
go
get
in.
run up on again.
You
If you
also
talk about
don't
family,
go.
you
Okay,
get
yeah,
run up
let's
on.
let's stop acting like LeBron came up on him with a 9 and started to threaten him in real life.
Trust
Let's
Yeah,
me.
no,
stop acting like
that
that.
idea. Then like
That,
you
that's
see, like
not
he pull up
what
and like that didn't.
Let's
you
stop
guys are
acting
being
like that.
disingenuous, fam. You guys are being disingenuous. Because when was the last time you seen LeBron press
I'm being
anybody that's not on the
disingenuous by
court?
saying, yo, he shouldn't
For
have
sure,
addressed it.
like to
It's
be honest,
not
LeBron literally lets his name get dragged through the mud. Like I seen Skip disrespect him for years,
way
right?
more, way better. But when it
No, but
comes to
it's not about
family,
bro. This
no,
is the
it's
thing. When
about
you're a
family,
father, we
fam.
don't get it because we're not parents, right? But when this is your
So,
kid,
so how can you use that point on LeBron but not on Stephen A? Stephen A also has kids. He can relate to LeBron, so he's not gonna go on there
no
and bash
one's
LeBron.
trashing Stephen A's kids. No one's
No,
saying, yo,
that's not what I'm
Stephen A
saying.
is
That's not.
one
Why you
person.
guys, I feel like you guys are missing it. LeBron is a dad. Stephen A is a dad. He understands what it is like to be a dad.
Yeah,
So he's not
no,
gonna
we
talk
agree.
shit about
No,
LeBron doing
I
that.
know what you're saying. I agree with that. But
Okay, so
what
okay, so
Skyler's saying is that Skyler's saying so you can't say that, but say it's all entertainment because if it was all entertainment, then he should have egged it on. Is what he's trying
no,
to say.
because the entertainment part is already done. It's already viral. It doesn't matter what you do. People are tuning in to
I agree
hear
with. I
whatever
agree.
you gotta say. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He got the message. Is what he's trying. Emmanuel's trying to say like he got the message from that. Like that's it.
Yeah, that's it, fam.
Like he
All
learned
right,
his lesson.
Come on, fam. You're
all
not
right,
gonna
all
piss
right.
off LeBron James,
He
fam.
already did. I promise you. I promise Stephen A. address what
You're
Stephen A.
not gonna
saying. I
get
promise
more.
LeBron didn't watch that and be like, you know what? Good in my books, gay. Like, no,
Nah,
he's
fam.
still pissed off. Let's be honest here.
For
I
sure.
don't think so, fam.
You think they're
Not
buddy
with that
buddy?
response. No, but I don't think the response made it worse. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
not what I'm.
I don't think
That's not what I'm telling you. What I'm telling
you
you is
just said
I don't think LeBron's
He
looking at
didn't forgive
that
him.
and
He
being
didn't
all
forgive him.
like,
That's what he said.
yeah,
Yeah, I
okay,
agree.
but
He
look,
probably didn't forgive him, but that doesn't matter.
yeah.
yeah, I think it's just
So let's
it's
stop
whatever, you
acting
know.
like what Stephen A. did is the end all be all, and now they're all chummy and this
Yeah.
that and the
No, they're
third. That
not
doesn't make
chummy,
sense,
but
bro.
I think
We don't
Stephen A.
believe
did
that.
it the
Yeah.
right way, fam. I think Stephen A. handled this actually pretty good, fam. And I'm a Brown fan. You guys know, nigga, I've been defending Brown since before I was
I don't
born,
know, bro.
fam.
You've
But
been
I
moving
get
a
it.
little bit questionable, bro. I said LeBron's out for a
No,
week or two. This guy started cheering and stuff. This guy's like,
fam,
yeah.
I'm just keeping it real. But you guys, everything I've said, you guys have not been able to say I'm wrong for saying that. The
I
Luca thing
did.
was right.
I did.
No, you
I did,
didn't. For
personally.
what? The Luca thing?
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm just instigating right
See,
now.
this guy is entertainment. See, entertainment. See?
Moving on though. Moving on. Team in the West, Dallas Mavericks. Godly. First and foremost, across sports in general, can we think of a worse season as a fan to be a part of, like supporting a team and seeing your team go from NBA Finals or whatever the equivalent is into whatever sport you're talking about with like the greatest player of the next generation, Luka Doncic, and then now you fast forward a few months and Luka's gone. The guy you traded for is probably done for I don't know how long. I don't even know if AD is gonna come back anymore now that Kyrie's out for the season. Dang, you know what I mean? They hiked season ticket prices the same day by 8% or whatever it was. Like, I was going on. Like, how are we? How do you guys think things are gonna go forward in Dallas, bro? Because it's looking rough. It's looking real rough.
But I can. You don't want to get in here? I feel like me and Skyler have been talking for a minute, fam.
I mean, listen, bro. I like this. Unfortunately, not that I think like this is the only year AD is going to be good, but considering the level that AD was at coming into this Dallas team, this was like the do or die year for it to work out for Dallas realistically, because that like let's be sincere, right? AD's made of glass.
Yeah.
Right? That's the truth. AD's made of glass. So when he comes back, high chances he'll get injured again, and then again, and then again. And we don't know if he's going to be back at the level he was at right now, or even better, the level he was at in the bubble. Mm-hmm. Sure, he's in a better position that he can actually play the 4, which is what he was asking for with LA. He wanted them to get a 5 so he can play the 4 and he can stretch the floor a little bit more, right? That's what he wanted. And they've got a great player in Kyrie who's having a career year. Like a career year this year, bro. He was playing sensational. Then everyone they traded, Quentin Grimes putting up like 40 a game for the sorry Sixers. You know what I mean? Like, is this? I agree with you. This could be like apart from me. Like I can think of maybe like Milan, like seasons like that. But like, yeah, this is close to it, bro. This is close to this is sad.
The thing is, what you said in terms of like what AD is gonna look like coming back, I feel the same way a little bit about Kyrie, bro. Because you gotta think ACL,
That's a
he's
big
what,
injury,
32,
bro. For someone that's
33?
explosive with his
Yeah,
craftiness.
and it's like at this point in time, like I don't know what they actually dated him to be out for, but he's probably gonna come back next season. What, after the All-Star game, probably, if not at the All-Star game, which is like that's a long time, gang. And then at that point,
And you gotta still acclimate yourself to like
yeah,
competitive form. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
and there's
you can't
not,
come in mid-season and go, "Oh, I'm ready."
yeah, and
Like, yeah,
there's,
you are Kyrie. There's a chance. Like, it's not like some average player. It's Kyrie Irving for sure,
yeah,
right? But it's
and there's
it's
not
not
much
easy.
room
Especially
for you to really
well into
change how the
30s at this
season's
point.
gone
He's
either.
what, 33, 34?
Yeah, yeah,
He's not a young buck no more, bro.
yeah. How do you feel, Emmanuel?
They're cooked, fam.
Yeah.
If I was a GM, fam, I'd pack my bags and get the fuck out of there as
Nico
quickly as I can be before it goes left. Come on,
Bro, have
we
you
will
guys
find that
seen
guy.
all the different like places that you're hearing like fire Nico chants? There was a Dallas Stars game like a few nights ago. I think they were playing the Flames or something, and you could hear it in the background. You could hear fire Nico chant. I saw something. I don't even know where the heck it is. I guess they have it in Dallas. Like, you know those like medieval festival things or whatever, bro. They started doing it over there too. I was like, yo, what?
Nah, public enemy number one, bro. Until it pays off, which now realistically
It's
it
not.
can't. It had to pay this year, and it won't now, bro.
Yeah.
It won't. Like, that's unfortunate, bro. It's super sad.
My thing is like, okay, was it even possible for it to be paid off? Like, let's say hypothetically everything.
I thought they were a legit contender to come out the West.
So let's say
they were
this
all
though.
healthy when that trade happened.
Let's say this hypothetically. Let's say in a perfect world, everything worked out. 80 was no longer injury prone. Kyrie didn't go down, and they win. Like, what was their window to begin with? What, 3 years ish?
1 year,
1 year.
but it's a championship.
No,
nonetheless.
I think it's like 2-3 years. You can't say 1 year.
That's why I would say 2-3 years of them being at least
Yeah.
competitive, at least being competitive.
Even
and
1 year, come
whatever.
on. You're not trading Luka Doncic for 1
You
year.
be competitive, but the only chance you have to like truly win, like you have a team that can probably push Boston to 6, maybe 7, is this year.
Okay,
So why don't you think it could be next year if they were all healthy?
Because they're older, bro. They're both and the number 1 or number 2, depending on who you ask, player is injury prone and older.
yeah. So
Yeah, that's true.
Here's the thing that I'm questioning. This is why I questioned the trade to begin with. Let's just compromise. Let's say it's 2 years. Let's say their window was 2 years. Let's say perfect world they won 2 years in a row. Is that paid off considering the fact that now LA has a window of plus 10 years with Luka, and it's like, dang.
I feel like you have to just
Gamble.
put your money where your mouth is, and you have to win at least one. All they really care for is to win one. Like that. That's like you've done your job as the general manager or as the front office.
You think
Because,
so?
bro, we gave up a guy that was Mr. Toronto, and we literally didn't even tell him in the morning we traded him away. You know
That's
what I mean?
different because you had seen already what the peak of that Raptors team was before we won. You didn't really get there yet with Dallas.
But see,
apparently, they saw the peak.
that's how they felt though.
Last year.
They felt
Yeah, that's what
wrong.
they
That was
said.
a dumb feeling.
I think the whole world should disagree with that.
Yeah.
But allegedly, that's what they saw the peak was because of that, and because they can't get Luka Doncic to stop drinking beer, as if that matters.
He's
bro.
a fat
He's drinking
alcoholic.
beer
That's
and being the entire West drinking beer, bro.
Yeah, I feel like they were just. I feel like that's what it is, fam. Because their intentions in doing this was let's win 2-3 years because we believe that with Luka we're never gonna win. So let's get 1 versus 0, which is crazy. I'm be honest, it's crazy. But
Yeah.
which is 1 versus 0. So it's like if that's your mind frame going into it. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
It's such a bad judgment call too, and especially when you also consider like the thing that's
Bro, they
freaky-
made the Lakers stronger.
Okay, but
Yeah.
fam, we don't even know
But
this
it's not
guy, fam. Come on,
Like at least trade into
guys.
the East. At least make not like your direct
Yeah.
opponent in your conference stronger.
Yeah.
That has an aging superstar that's 40 and probably retiring within the next 2-3 years.
Yeah.
They made like their next door neighbors stronger. Like you know how stupid that is.
Yeah.
Like
So-
send them to youth, like not Utah. Send them to like I don't know Washington. like
Let me ask you a question. Milan, LeBron retires. They're still contenders?
This year.
Yeah.
No, next year. Bron's
Every
gonna
year,
retire
every
this
year.
season.
Yeah, next
bro,
year.
they're gonna have so much cap space. You
If
know
they
Luka's
get
not
someone,
eligible for the
okay.
Supermax
I
anymore,
think they
right?
can get
If
someone
they
for
get
sure.
You know how
someone,
much
if
you
they
know how much
get
cap space
someone.
they have to pick up acquisitions for Luka now?
I know, but who's good? Who is it gonna be? Hey, fam, there's a lot of
Bro,
variables that gotta go the
They
right
can.
way,
I think
fam.
that's the thing, though. That's the other part where, to Milan's point, not only you strengthen someone in your own conference, you strengthen LA, bro. Like they don't need more reason. Like they don't.
they
Players
already
don't
have
need an extra
like
reason to
pull.
join
They have
LA.
pull right away. We
Yeah,
want to play in LA.
yeah. Now it's
That's
Luca
true,
too.
but
It's like,
I
what do
don't
we?
know, fam. Like it goes back to like the conversation of I feel like if it's a guy like Durant, yeah. But I feel like if it's like even a guy like Paulo, I feel like he might be like, nah, fam, I want to get my own, I want my own team. Like
You
it
never
depends
know.
on who you could
Yeah,
get.
You
I
yeah,
never
feel like
know because this is
if it's
Luka. This isn't
Jokic,
like
it's game. If it's
this
Jokic, it's game
isn't
over.
This is like a generation. Like everyone would want to play with someone like Luca, bro.
yeah.
I don't know,
I
fam.
think
I don't
what
agree
you're
with that.
saying, Emmanuel, makes sense, but at the same time, there's always disgruntled stars, bro. Always.
That's
And
true.
maybe they're not top of the line guys, because yeah, a lot of them are like, if you're a top of the line player, it's more so this is my organization and this is how I'm getting it. But a lot of guys, shoot, you know what I mean? You might be able to prod away
But
from them.
Skyler, then to the point, because that's kind of what happens with Bradley Beal, right? We think he's a superstar. We bring him in the system, and all of a sudden, he can't really fit. I
Yeah.
feel like Luca needs a specific type of player that also kind of gets it, like LeBron gets it.
Do
I'm gonna
you
be the
do you
the
guys
running
think
back on
the I don't really know
the
how
wide
we
receiver.
be able to answer this properly, but do you guys think LA would try to pair Luca with another star if they can, or do you think they would go the route of more just like very
Hmm.
solid? Because like that Dallas team, yes, you got Kyrie Irving, I understand, but
Yeah,
everything else around that is like you're a
yeah.
solid role player that you come in and do your job, and Luca is Luca. Like that's how it goes. Do you think they'd go that route, or do you think they'd go, nah, we're gonna try to get a real big man that can dominate the inside and this, that, and the third and whatever? How do you guys feel like they'll try to move forward? Because you're not replacing Brian. Like that's not happening. So you're gonna
Yeah,
have to
you're
change
not,
something.
fam.
You know?
But
I mean,
I,
you're not replacing Braun one for one, but you'll get a wing that could be a point forward, i.e. Paulo, i.e. You know what I mean? Like it's
I don't think
possible to.
Paulo's leaving.
He's not even close. That bro, it's not even a discussion. Like how, but like that's the kind of prototype archetype kind of player that you're looking for, right? Like, who's to say that the Lakers might not mortgage their entire future, try to get the number one pick for like Cooper Flag? You know what I'm saying? Like
That
that's
would
the
work.
move. Like that's the type of move the Lakers would push for, and they can do it. Like I see at this point, we saw them trade for Luka Doncic, bro, the most untouchable player in the NBA, got traded for.
I don't know about that, fam. LeBron,
Anthony Edwards
Jokic.
looked at the camera then and he goes, the best scorer in the NBA and his apex peak at 25 got traded.
Yeah.
Okay, but as he also said, SGA is the best player in the world right now. And said that.
Do you
Uh,
guys think
he doesn't believe in it.
do you guys think
Okay, but Skyler, can I answer though?
yeah,
I
go
just
ahead,
want
go
to
ahead, go
say
ahead.
something. I feel like it's LA, fam. You need stars. It's LA. We
That's
want
a
to, and to
strong
win,
point. Yeah, yeah,
you need stars, fam. I feel
yeah,
like there's no team that won that doesn't have multiple stars, at least two.
yeah.
And
That's a good
that's
point. It's a good point.
I seen Detroit, the Pistons,
Ah, fam,
beat
that's
the
20
team full of
years
stars.
ago, bro.
beat
Yeah,
who?
different NBA.
It's possible. If you have roles
What?
and like, everyone's
Yeah.
on the same page, it's
Fam,
possible.
wait. You're talking about Isaiah Thomas and
No, no,
No,
no,
no,
no.
Chauncey
Chauncey Billups.
Billups and Rip
Okay. Okay, but
Hamilton
that's
Bro,
and Ben
Karl
Wallace
that's
and
Malone
that's
and
still
Gary
like the
Payton
past
memories.
decade, fam. Yo, you used to be able to foul people back in those days. You can't do that no more, fam.
I saw this thing recently on YouTube, and this guy was talking about how like, does LeBron make people better? Because they were talking about Luka initially when Luka first got here. Obviously, I'm not really trying to get into the whole how Luka fits in the Lakers thing, yada yada yada. But do you think it'll be the same case with Luka in a few years from now, where it is Luka's team in? Because he does a lot. He does everything you need going forward. Like, what kind of star can you bring in that is gonna be a star on whatever team he's coming from and be the same player coming into LA with Luka? Like that's why I'm asking the question of they might need to bring in guys that are not role players,
Yeah.
but really good role players. Where it's like, okay, you said Paulo that can be a point forward that can come in. Is he really going to be that much of a point
No.
forward with Luka there? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the ball's
Yeah,
not going to be in
fam.
his hands enough, in my opinion. Obviously, things are going to have to change, yada, yada, yada. But I don't think Luka's the kind of guy to Not that he won't, but I think Luka's too good to have someone come in and then he has to change his game to help acclimate someone else. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that would be the case with Luka, or you think they'll be able to work somehow?
That's my thing, right? Like that's why I feel like without LeBron as this team, like I think they gotta go your route, but I don't know if that route necessarily works. Because I feel like we've seen it with Dallas, fam, but to get over the hump, fam, you're gonna need. But see, who Luca would need is like Klay Thompson, like peak Klay Thompson, like a guy like that doesn't mind. He's still a star or superstar, but he doesn't need the ball. I feel like most superstars, fam. If I'm Paolo Banchero, fam, I'm the Magic. I'm Orlando, fam.
Yeah.
Why would I go and beat this on next guy, fam? Like I'm the guy, Like most players have that
Sometimes you put your
ego.
pride aside to win. Sometimes you put your pride aside to win.
I agree with that. That should be the case, but how often does that really play out? You know what I mean? It's like I don't see that happening.
I saw Dame put his pride aside to try to win.
Yeah, but Dame, Portland was not going nowhere.
Dame didn't even want to put his pride aside to go to Milwaukee, bro.
Yeah, he didn't want to go.
They just got cooked every time, but they made conference finals.
Yeah.
But I feel like who would you say would play well with Luka? That's a superstar that would want to do it.
You know, I agree with what you're saying.
Like Jokic.
That's
Jokic
insane.
would be unbelievable.
That's not even feasible.
Bro,
that
everything's realistic for the Lakers. I don't care.
Yeah,
everything.
This guy's giddy.
Bro, give me Jokic.
That's a great idea.
Give me Jokic, bro. Give me the ball to the territories, bro. Bring in Giannis. Bring in all of Europe, bro.
This guy said Giannis. Nah.
Team
Giannis,
World in LA.
Actually, a good fit.
Giannis is a great fit.
You think
I don't think Giannis' ego, because he plays with Dame, so he knows.
Giannis already won. He just wants to win more.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I don't know if Giannis leaves now.
I don't think Giannis.
He has Dame already.
I don't even think it's because that. I think Giannis is just one of those guys where it's like, nah, I'm just a one-team guy. Unless Milwaukee do something where they're just
unless they start messing it up, yeah.
Yeah.
So who realistically, who would it be? Fam?
Oh, we thought Luka was a one-team guy, and then he got traded.
Yeah, but that's not on his will, though.
Fault.
That's not. Yeah, he was supposed to still be there. He probably thought it was NBA Centel that posted whatever tweet, bro. But like, I got traded. What?
He bought a new house. He was due for like an extra 50 mil.
Yeah, they did him dirty, bro.
Fam, I would be so mad, fam. But realistically, guys, who would it be, fam? Wemby? Would Wemby leave
I don't
the
think
Spurs
Wemby
too?
would leave this,
It's
bro.
possible, bro. It's so possible.
Yeah, everything's possible.
He
But who?
wanted that for Popovich. There's talks that Popovich might not come back.
Yeah, because he's done for.
Yeah, but he just got De'Aaron Fox. Like he just who would actually leave?
So are you staying for De'Aaron Fox or are you staying for Luka Doncic? What pick do you make?
No, what I'm saying is like you're building something, right? And the organization has proven to you that they're willing to go out there.
You're also in year 2 only. You're only like we don't know. It's too early to call that. But it's a possibility, bro. Because at this point, bro, I see it on Twitter and I agree with it. You can't ever count the Lakers to not get anybody in the world, bro. You can never count them out.
It gotta fit though, man.
You think Book would go?
Fit?
Do you think Book
Bro,
would
we
go?
just said LeBron and Luka wouldn't fit, and now it's working. You know what I mean?
Me, I knew it would fit, fam. Because IQ, LeBron has like 99 IQ, fam. Come on,
They
fam.
both do, yeah.
They both. Okay, I knew you were gonna.
Do you think Book would go?
Luka's not a smart player?
No, you got it. I just knew you were gonna bounce off. Go crazy, fam.
Do you think Devin Booker would leave?
Oh, that's a good one.
Because
we talked about the last week.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I think last week I also said I don't see him wanting.
I don't
to
think
go.
so.
But since there's been talks of it.
That yeah.
Since, bro, he got told to stop talking.
Yeah.
By the coach.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of like. Ooh.
Yeah, no, fam. Yeah, the coach, no, but the coach is getting out of here before. Let's be real, fam. If Book gets the squad and picks up that phone, fam, the coach is out of here.
You've been replaced.
Yeah, man. What? Nah.
But I think that'd be the best guy I can think of right now, stylistically.
That'd be crazy though. Imagine being
That'd be
son to
sick.
Luka your whole career, and then he
Yeah,
he
why.
wouldn't. See, he
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
because
You're
of
right.
that. He
You're
wouldn't.
right.
Come on, I wouldn't because of that, fam. I'll be honest. Fuck that guy forever, fam.
But yeah, moving on. UFC. We were talking a little bit of UFC before, and UFC 313 obviously just finished up last night. New light heavyweight champion Magomed Ankalaev. I'm not gonna lie, I've tapped into UFC in the last like year or so, and I've fallen into that wave of just Dagestani fighters, bro.
They're the best in the world, fam.
Yeah, it's
Hands
something weird.
down.
Like geographically, I don't know what it is. Like that area,
Hands down, fam.
Chechnya,
Well, I'll tell
Dagestan.
you, bro. I'll tell you because we speak the same language. So I was able to translate
No
the
way.
whole post game for who I was watching with last night. Right?
Uh.
There's nothing going on in the mountains. Like this is what they have
Yeah, they
going
have
on.
nothing else to do.
You got nothing else going on. I'll tell
Who
you
are you
that
watching
for
it
free.
with?
Huh?
Yeah, who are you watching it with?
My girl and some of our friends from Teachers College.
It's okay.
Is this guy on about,
This
bro?
thing, man, come on, I just want to know.
What'd you guys think of the fight? Did you think it was dessert? Because I know a lot of people are a little bit up in the
No,
air
if
about how
whoever
it
thinks it
feels.
wasn't a deserved win, that's delusion. Because
Yeah, that's not
let's be
true,
honest,
fam.
bro.
Yeah.
We came into this fight. The thing was, Pereira, elite striker, like the strongest striker probably in the UFC at the moment, apart from maybe John, who's in a heavier division, so we don't count it, right? The guy's coming in at the peak of his powers. He's getting that like the one, the only.
Yeah.
Only him, John, and Connor have
Yeah.
gotten superstars, right? He comes in, and the fear that we have as a kickboxer is the thing is we know about the Dagestani fighters. Their wrestling is Olympic level, like the best of the best. That's the only weakness that Shama has here, right? If he goes for a strike and he doesn't hit, he's getting himself into vulnerability, and you can tell with the fighting that was a fear that Pereira had, bro. He didn't strike enough at all.
Yeah, you could tell
I'm
he
not
was
sure.
being.
He was scared to commit. He was scared to commit because he
Yeah.
didn't want to get taken down.
Yeah, it was
And
like he
sure,
was trying.
Ankalaev didn't he went 0 for 13 on takedowns,
Yeah.
but he attempted them still because bro, if you're strong in one role, you're gonna abuse that power, like for sure.
I think that's the more impressive part to me. Like obviously, because don't make the mistake. Like Ankalaev isn't just yeah, he's from Dagestan, but he's a striker
He's a
too.
great
You know what I
striker
mean?
still.
And I feel like that was kind of psychologically. I think that would mess with you if you know that okay, he has something like if you're Pereira and you're going into this fight, okay, shoot, Ankalaev knows that my weakness is on the ground. So realistically, logically speaking, he should just be trying to get me on the ground. But the fact that he didn't even attempt, I think he only attempted like one takedown, and it was in like the second round. I think that was the first time he attempted a real takedown. The fact that he comes into the octagon, he's like, yeah, no, I'm going to stand and bang first, and I'm going to just go strike for strike with you and deal with you that way first. I think psychologically that must mess him up. And I think to your point, being afraid of missing a shot and, not missing a shot, but missing a strike and then you're vulnerable, he looks so like overly calculated, like very too safe, very too careful with because
This was the toughest fight. Like I followed Pereira's career for a while.
Yeah.
This is the toughest fight Pereira's had. Yeah, sure, he got beat by Adesanya, but that was an even fight until he got knocked out. Like that was the truth. And he's let's not take the piss, bro. Adesanya was getting cucked by this guy every time. He literally slapped him up his whole kickboxing career, followed him to the UFC.
yeah, it took
And
the
then-
title.
and
And then took the
then-
title.
Like it's not even close. This was the toughest opposition, the toughest fight that Pereira was gonna have, and it was still close. Like you could still call it either way. That's the only issue I have because ultimately, bro, for that judge to give every round to Ankalaev except
That's
round
crazy.
one is the most despicable, disgusting. I've never seen like this is filth, bro. Like how dare you?
Yeah.
What are you watching, bro? How do you give it 46-49?
I wouldn't be surprised if Dana White fired him because Dana White doesn't give a damn. Like he's done that before. I don't remember what fight it was. It was like last year, maybe 2 years ago. Some judge called the judge the fight a complete different way than the other two refs did or the rest of the refs did. And I'm pretty sure he came on the mic after and said, "Yeah, so and so's not going to be judging for us no more, or whatever." Like he doesn't mess around with the product. So I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't happen. But
I mean, bro, did you see the clip when he read the result? When
Yeah,
he read the
he
score?
looked
Yeah.
yeah.
Dana's face?
yeah,
Look,
look,
bro, that's the face of the UFC for him right now, bro.
yeah.
The most likable fighter. Everyone goes, Shama. Everyone
Yeah.
loves Pereira, bro.
I think that's the whole problem because Ankalaev, he's not gonna have the same pull. Like he's gonna have to be a co-main event or with another big star.
He fights winning fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if it's boring. I don't care. And I'll tell you this straight up, bro. I don't care if I'm bored, bro.
Yeah.
He is meticulous. I was in judo. I know what martial arts takes, bro. It's not about winning pretty.
Yeah.
It's not about winning pretty, bro. It's about winning the fight.
And you know
If
what
you're
the
gonna
thing is?
grapple the whole time, then you're gonna grapple the whole time, bro. Dagestani's wrestle with bears to get
Yeah.
ready, bro. What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
bro, they get down differently over there in the mountains, bro. And the
you
thing
got
is,
it,
too,
man.
that I actually thought it was just. I thought Pereira was gonna deal with him easily at the beginning because he was going to work with leg kicks off the jump, and I was like, oh well, there you go. This is how it's starting. And then I think to start the second round, I believe Ankalaev came out. I think he came out southpaw after that, or he switched his stance to hide his leg after that, and I was like, yep, it's over. But yeah, to your point, it looked like he never got out of first gear to me. And it's like, I think when you're a champion, like I find, to me, I would have understood like a draw. I hate draws in UFC.
No, I don't see a draw. I knew it was gonna be Ankalaev. I knew it was gonna be.
I'm
Ankalaev.
okay. Don't get me wrong. I think Ankalaev won that fight, but I think it's like two things. I find if there's a title fight, you have to win the belt. You know what I mean? And it's like
You can't call a draw.
yeah. So that's why I don't like. I'm saying I would have seen a draw, but I don't agree with it. I don't like draws in fighting in general. I don't like draws. But I think Pereira didn't make him win the belt. But it's also Pereira didn't do enough to defend the belt. You know what I mean? Because he didn't, like I said, he didn't get out of first gear. But he didn't necessarily strain Ankalaev that much to me is what it looked like. And really made him
Bro, you
work
gotta
to win.
like Ankalaev's also fighting during Ramadan. Bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's fast
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. Yeah, he probably just broke his fast like a week before. Or I mean, not a week, like an hour before the fight or something like that. So, what do you think of co-main event, Gaethje and Fiziev?
Bro, I'm happy because honestly, Justin's had a rough go at it, bro. Right? Like he needed like if he didn't win this, like there's not much really like to propel him up in that division because that division is stacked. Let's be honest, right? You got Makhachev, it's a stacked division, so he needed that win against Fiziev because Fiziev's a great fighter too.
I thought
Like good fighters from the East Caucasus, bro. Like
Yeah.
Azerbaijan, Georgians, bro. Like Armenians, like Sarukian's an amazing fighter. Merab just came off a couple cards back. Like Topuria, who he's Spanish, but he's originally
Georgia.
I believe Georgian, right?
Yeah.
Who defeated my boy Volk, but my boy Volk's coming next card, so I'm happy. It doesn't matter.
I thought he was gonna lose in the first round. You know.
Who? Gaethje?
Gaethje. Off of what I don't even know what the heck happened. I think Fiziev was also a little confused as to what was going on. Yeah, the flip where he ended up, for all intents and purposes, sitting on his face. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I think this is done now. I think even Fiziev himself was a little bit confused as to like, oh shoot, like this is. I don't know how he got out, how Gaethje got out of that, but I think it was more. You could see it was more of a just polished. I think he was more polished than him. You know, he was picking him apart in close. Yeah. And to be honest, that was the first time I've seen Fiziev fight. Like I didn't know anything. I knew they fought once beforehand. I didn't watch that fight. I just heard about it because actually it was the promo. They showed that fight and thing. But he's good. Like he actually impressed me. So yeah, it was funny to see. I think after the fight, Gaethje was telling him.
He fight on 12 days' notice too.
Yeah,
That's enough.
late. Yeah, which I have a lot of respect for guys that do that, bro. Because last minute preparation, you don't have that much time to really figure out a game plan. You're kind of just going into it with, you know what I mean, whatever, and just hoping it works out. And I think he did a good job. But in general, you kind of mentioned Topuria because Topuria is trying to move up. No, he's trying to move up to lightweight because he's in featherweight.
He did, and because of that, the new rules have him vacating the belt, which gives Volk a chance to go compete for it. So I'm happy, bro, because Volk's my guy.
So do you
like,
think
that's
your guy?
a goal, bro. Yeah. Like 37 years of age, always takes a fight on, like no notice necessary. 3 days notice he'll take. You know what I mean? Like that's a go getter, bro.
Do you think Topuria gets the Islam fight right away over Sarukian? Because he's been sitting there for a while.
Sarukian lost his opportunity, though. That's the thing.
Oh, you think so?
Sarukian had his chance, bro, and he... Like, every time Sarukian's got an excuse, and this time, neck injury. You know, like Sarukian's got to fight for his opportunity now.
So do you think Islam's next fight is Topuria then?
I could see it. I could see that being organized. Maybe come June, like fight week.
Yeah. Dang. Yeah, I don't know. moving on. I guess are we good? UFC? Are we? That's the first time we covered UFC. Maybe we can make that a regular moving forward. A little bit of footy talks. We've been neglecting footy for the last however long. And we kind of got into it already before, but it stems from obviously United tying Arsenal today and playing the ultimate spoiler once again. We really knocked them out the FA Cup, I believe. Now, kind of just destroying any hope they had of a title shot again. How much time does Arteta have left on the touchline for Arsenal? Because to me, I don't see him being there for another 2 years, probably 2 years max, if they don't win a title. Milan, you're saying no, why?
Bro, because like who they're gonna replace him with?
That's what I'm saying. 2 years.
Having a terrible time. Like they're in the top 4. Like they're consistently in second place. Like sure, that's not the highest ambition, but it's not like you're having a bad time, bro. Like you're not getting relegated. like let's be serious.
I would argue
Ten
that
Hag had a leash of the longest, and Ten Hag was spending millions and millions and millions and not getting anything done.
Let's exempt United. United has done a lot of questionable things in the last few years. Let's exempt them as an example here. But I think this year, even though they are probably going to finish second this year, it feels like you finished a lot worse than second, because this is supposed to be the year where, okay, shoot, City fell off, but I don't think anyone expected Liverpool to be that good. 15 points clear of the title, that's very good. Like,
they were so good at no one's expecting it. They were so good in Europe too. Like they're just really, really good. It's hard to beat that, bro.
Yeah, but the fact that they have beaten that in
and
past
you're
years.
suffering hella injuries, bro. Saka's been out for a minute and he's not coming back.
Yeah,
that's a big miss.
I get it, but it's just like the fact that the last 3 years or so, 3 years including this year. Let's just say the last 2, because those are the last 2 where, okay, you guys are in prime position, and it's the same team that's tracking you down, and now they're out they're out of it. This is where, okay, you step up.
But they did have gaps, right? And they filled that gap with Declan Rice, and they filled that gap, and now they're losing Saliba for an extended period of time. They're losing Gabriel Jesus for an extended period of time. Kai Havertz, who he's not a world beater, but he's an important piece to that puzzle, right?
Yeah.
Like you're getting a lot of Saka, bro. That's a lot of you had Odegaard out for 3-4 months.
Yeah. To be honest, I kind of question just the off-field stuff too. Like the whole season, everyone's singing about, in January they need a striker. They need to figure that out. Because Gabriel Jesus is injured. Kai Havertz isn't, like you say, he's not a world beater. He's not necessarily he's literally not a striker. But he's not the guy that's gonna lead you to a title. You need somebody. And they didn't even address it a little bit. And it's like,
there's probably not much on the market that's truly available, bro.
There wasn't.
I think they should have gotten Alvarez. I think Alvarez makes every team better.
Yeah.
I think Alvarez is better than Haaland.
This year, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree.
It's not just this year, bro. He's got a well-rounded.
As a player, yeah, I agree.
Emmanuel, you watched the Atletico game, right? The Atletico.
Yeah.
He's a serious player, bro.
Yeah, he's serious.
And it's not like, for example, you don't need your striker to just be a finisher. But although that's the most valuable thing to have, someone that'll put the ball in the net. Mm-hmm. But you know how underrated and I hate to have to say this because he's an Inter player, but you know how disrespected Lautaro Martinez is?
Yeah.
What are we talking about, bro? The guy runs the pitch for 95 minutes a game.
Yeah.
Like the amount of opportunities he makes alone just by running, no one talks about. He creates chances, he dribbles, he passes, he pressure. I'd rather have that and someone that's good on the ball technically and can take his man on than someone that's just gonna like you've talked about. And sure, Haaland's been made that by the system that Pep's implemented.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what he is. It's bro. You need the pieces that will actually improve a team.
Mm.
I think that we need to stop disrespecting players that miss chances just because they're not scoring goals.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I agree up until the last part, the missing chances part, where it's I firmly still believe, depending on, I get it. There's strikers that have different play styles, and I 100% am on your side where I would rather have a striker that gets more involved in build-up play and gets more involved in the play in general, rather than you just sitting on the back shoulder of a center back waiting for a cross the whole time. But clinical you still need to be clinical. Once you do get your chances, because you are in front of goal, you need to still bury those. But
for sure.
With that being said, I agree. It's not like there was a crazy sale on strikers in January where Arsenal just had their pick of the bunch. But
yes,
to me, it's swing at least at something. I don't know if they would have been able to get him, But I was thinking John Duran would have been a great guy to try for. Just try. Because
They were looking at that. But yo, it's tough when Saudi money comes
No,
in.
yeah, that's why I'm
Bro,
saying I don't
generational
know.
wealth for the South American community as
Yeah.
well. That trumps all, bro. We saw Oscar at like 23 go to China, and then we never heard from him again.
Yeah.
That guy was supposed to be the next one up, bro.
Yeah. But so to me, that's the thing. Just swing and try to address the thing. Because if you look and you compare it to what City were doing,
like they had options.
Yeah, but if you compare it to what City were doing, where they were, I mean, it's not like they've been City at all really this season. But you look at their January, and granted, it helps having unlimited pockets. But you go and you saw Omar Marmoush from the Bundesliga. You go and sign Kuznetsov. I always mess up his name. Kushana from in Liga, I think Montpellier or something like that. You go and sign guys that are for your needs, so you instantly are addressing your needs, and it's letting fans know, yo, we are serious. We are still actively trying to stand the third. Arsenal, this season, it's kind of like they sputtered to me a little bit, where it's like, you aren't horrible. Like, it's not like you're a crazy dip-off, but you didn't improve the way people expected you to improve. And I think that makes it a lot worse. Not only that they're in second, it's that you're far second. Like, you're not in the race no more. The race is done. You know what I mean? Arne Slot has won Premier League title in his first year.
Yeah, but bro, Salah's having a better year than Harry Kane did. Like,
it's his last hurrah.
Like, you can't control that. And on top of that, your best players have been injured consistently. But I don't feel like this is anything on Arteta. There's no knock on Arteta. To be honest, Arteta still having them firmly in second is crazy. Especially when you have teams like Nottingham Forest fighting for top 4. Like, what is that, bro? How does that even make sense?
How do you compare? And I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to insinuate anything, but how do you compare it to, like, what Real Madrid was doing this season? Because they've had everyone go down. And they're still in the race, at least.
That's two different standards, bro. La Liga is a much tougher league, and Real Madrid is a much better team.
And look at what they're doing, though. They're still in it.
Milan, you can say that again?
Bro, how much respect? Don't ever do that. How much respect do I give you? Don't ever do that.
Yo, I just want to hear it, fam.
Okay, bro. We still beat you in Champions League. That's all that matters to me, bro.
And where are you guys right now?
You're
watching, right? Keep watching, fam.
We're winning our games. Come on, bro. We're winning our games. I won a trophy this year, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Arteta, it can't. And I feel like it's kind of him that shot himself in the foot. Not him specifically, but him and the players around him. Because I think over the last few years or so, there's been like that notion of, oh, we get knocked out the FA Cup. It doesn't matter because we're still in for the big one. We get knocked out Carabao Cup. It doesn't matter. We're still in for the big one, which is the Premier League. You want a Premier League title. So going into next season, let's say they do win an FA Cup. I don't think that's enough. Like, I don't think fans are going to be like, oh,
but they're going to push,
hoorah.
They're going to be healthy, likely. So I don't think this is anything on Arteta, bro. Like I just think you got to give it's not give him time. It's just like, bro, things happen.
I get it, things happen, but at some
they're
point,
not finishing in relegation spots. They're finishing in second, and the team that's in first has only lost one game, 2 games maybe.
Yeah, but it's at some point you need to have something to show for. I agree. He brought them out of the trenches when he came in during like those pandemic years, and to look at where they are now, yeah, it couldn't have gone better. But at some point, you need something that you can bring back to your fans, and so hey, thank you for sticking with us. This is what we have. And to this point, he has nothing. He has a couple of hard second place finishes where it's like you were almost there, and then you just tripped yourself up at the last hurdle, and City overtook, and this, and the third, whatever. And I think this season,
that's almost like the thing with OKC though. Like OKC needs that experience. OKC needs that experience to be able to have like a serious conversation of, yes, they have those players that like let's say for example Shea in comparison to Saka, that like J-Dub in comparison to like, you know what I mean, like they've got the players now. Been given the time, let's see it work, let's see it happen, right?
But this is I think they've already had that. I think they've already had that time of it should have been done already.
Have they, bro? Because even if they choked, we also knew City was always gonna win, bro.
I get it. 1 choke job, I can stomach that. I understand. Stuff happens. City's a great team. 2, you already been here last year. You know the mistakes you made. Now it happened again, and now the boogeyman's gone. It's out the way. Who are these Scouse people just running through the streets, bro?
The boogeyman came out of thin air, bro.
Yeah,
no one expected Salah to have this year on a contract.
He might win the Ballon d'Or this year, bro.
Nah, that's Rafinha.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But
it should be Rafinha too. I wouldn't even mad at Rafinha, but
I think
I think
Mbappe's
I
gonna
can.
win it if Real Madrid win the Champions League, bro.
I just realized, what am I saying? Yo, forget Rafinha, nigga.
But
Mbappe's gonna win it.
shout out to Salah though, because do you guys remember at the start of this season? Because contract. Everyone's saying like, yeah, this is his last season. Then he's gonna go take a bag in Saudi, and then he's gonna go do this after, and this is gonna be his last time on the big show and whatever.
That's
And then he's
fine.
having this season, bro.
Huh?
I don't know,
'Cause
and I don't
think he's trying to show them too, fam. Like, y'all think I'm done? Nah, this is what I can
because
really
they
do.
still
bro.
have. I think, unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's him that's up for a contract. I think Virgil's still up for a contract. Yeah, and
They're both not going to resign likely. Like this is like
Yeah.
last end.
yeah.
Yeah, this is the last dance, fam.
I can't picture Van Dijk leaving though. Like I don't know. Maybe it's
Is
just
it?
because I think it's just because he's the captain
why
of the
they-
team and I don't know, center
Because
backs.
they offered us Van Dyke. Why are they shopping him?
Awesome.
I mean,
I love when you say that.
Forget that guy, fam. But I know we're not gonna. It is what it is. Whatever.
I don't think you guys should want Van Dijk right now. To be honest,
I think
you
they're
have a
trying to
good
do the
thing with
future thing.
Asensio.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could argue, like I think he's better than Rudiger. Obviously, like I don't think that's
There's also players that like age. I don't think like that's something that like you take into consideration. Like when you have an opportunity to sign them, you have an opportunity. Bro, like Cristiano, like it doesn't matter if Cristiano's 36. When Man United has an opportunity to sign him, they sign him. You know what I mean? Any team, when they have an opportunity to sign him, they sign him.
Yeah.
Like Van Dijk's one of those players, considering the position of the center back nowadays, and with what we've seen in the last 3 to 5 years from Van Dijk, when you have an opportunity to bring in a veteran of that kind of leadership
Really?
experience, bro, you bring him in. Bro, has he lost a step?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Not that he hasn't, but I feel like Asensio's coming into. Asensio
Asensio
might be the
legit,
future, fam.
But wouldn't Asensio learn a lot from someone who has been consistently one of the best defenders in the world?
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. Because apparently Bremer just said no. I don't know why. I don't know why, but
I would only bring in.
Beachball's probably crazy, bro.
I would only bring in Van Dijk if it was like I'm not even gonna lie. I think I'd only bring in Van Dijk if it's to pair him with Asensio. Like I would put Rudiger on the bench because Asensio, you need to grow him. He's not gonna grow on the bench just sitting there. Rudiger, you know what Rudiger is already, and Van Dijk's better than that. So it only makes more sense to have him sit on the bench and let Asensio grow by watching and playing with Van Dijk. Like I feel like that's the only way it should happen, in my opinion.
and I think that's probably why they did.
They figure everything out. They're very privileged, bro. A bad year for them is maybe just one trophy. Like that's a bad year.
You know what's one thing though, and I was watching, what game was it? It might have been the Champions League game against City, second leg against City.
Yeah.
I don't understand what you guys are doing with Arda Güler, with Endrick, with all these guys, because it's like I don't remember what the sub was exactly. I think he took off Ceballos and he put on Modric, and I'm like, Modric doesn't need these minutes, bro. Like you guys won the game already. You don't need to see it out with Modric. Put some young guys. Even Camavinga, he's kind of like in between. He's not really a starter, but he gets starter minutes sometimes, and it's just like, what are we doing?
It's because he be hurt. Camavinga, sometimes he gets hurt, and it's like he's always kind of coming back into form. And we have like people that are already in form, you know? So it's like, bro, we're going to go with the sure thing. But Endrick, fam, I think Endrick shot himself in the foot at the beginning of the year because he used to get his time, but he did too many
That's so
shenanigans.
petty,
fam.
though, bro. That's
He
so
did too
long ago.
fam.
I think they
This
got to
is
go on
Real
loan next
Madrid.
year.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I don't think they
There's
can
a
keep him.
standard, fam, bro. You can't come in and start kicking people in the
We can keep
nuts.
questioning this all we want. Sky, until they're out of things, we can't say nothing. They're still in every competition.
Oh no, that's not what I'm arguing. But I'm saying,
You know what I
like,
mean? Like it's like, yeah, I don't know what they're doing with that, and I feel like
yeah.
you have any comprehension of it, yeah, of course you shouldn't be benching Arda Güler all the time. Of course you shouldn't be like. There's players that are starter level for any other team in the world that should be playing, but until they're out, we can't question it, bro.
Yeah,
And they're not.
I'm not gonna argue. I'm not arguing like what they can achieve in this and third. But right now, I can see like a Martin Odegaard situation happening with Arda Güler, where it's like at some point he's just gonna be fed up with, okay, I do need to play more than the last 10 minutes of every game or whatever it is. So ship me off and this, that, and third. And mind you,
This has been the privilege of Madrid, bro.
Yeah.
This has been the privilege of Madrid forever. This isn't just Odegaard, bro. Do you remember the Van der Vaart days? The Schneider? Bro,
Yeah, bro.
Schneider was a serious player. Decided, enough is enough. Goes to Inter, wins a treble. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like they need to sort that out. But yeah, to your point, privileged. So I guess you can afford those luxuries, you know. But yeah, man, I think that's everything we got for today. Unless you guys have anything else y'all want to wrap up with, anything you guys need to.
I don't know. SGA MVP, fam, and OKC. Listen, OKC is gonna do well in the playoffs.
Yeah, we can
That's all I'll
revisit.
say.
We can revisit MVP talks
Yes.
next week probably. Hopefully we can get a full crew on everything like that. But yeah, man, Spring Boy Skyler Exhaust joined by Milan and Pressure Man Manu. Thank y'all for listening. Northside Talks episode 16. Y'all go check out the podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. See y'all. We see y'all next. Y'all be easy.